Hello, my name is Aretha and I'm currently a master's student here at LSE. And this week I will be bringing you along on a week in my life here in London. So today is Monday and I actually thankfully do not have school on Monday. So I am going to just be studying a little bit today to prepare for my classes this coming week. And I'm also meeting a friend to go out for lunch at one of my favorite Chinese places called Ye Dumplings. And then we will also be heading to Oxford Street to do a little bit of shopping. So come along! So I started my day just getting some work done before heading out to Ye, and this is like my favorite Chinese restaurant here in London. After that we went to do some shopping, and then I had to come home to do, just chores, my laundry, and it was also my housemate's birthday, so one of my flatmates actually baked a cheesecake for him, which is really nice. And then moving on to Tuesday, I started my morning just doing some work before heading to school, and this was actually like the last week of school for me this semester. So I was really trying my best to take it all in, knowing it's gonna be probably my last time in an LSE classroom. I just went to a cafe after school to get some work done, and then I had to come home for a dissertation meeting with my dissertation partner. And fun fact, it was actually waffle day, like World International Waffle Day. So one of my friend who also stays at Lydia No's house has a waffle maker. So we all just sat around making waffles, and that was it for the day. And Wednesday honestly was just a very boring school day, so I actually didn't record that much, but I just went to school and then did some work at night. And on Thursday, I also headed into school. It was so nice because the cherry blossoms were out, fully bloomed, and something very tragic happened on Thursday. I ended up spilling water all over my bag, which got into my laptop. So in the library, I was like panicking because I had a meeting with my professor as well that I had to take on my phone. But yeah, this was me panicking, but my laptop screen was totally blotched. But I didn't have time to panic because I had to go for class. Thankfully the weather was nice, but basically the whole of the day I could not use my computer at all. And just to make myself feel better, I took a very nice slow walk home. And at night I had to get ready to head out to my department's ball. So it was the Department of Management sort of like social ball, and it was really fun, and it was so nice to see all of my friends dressed up. So something that I definitely appreciate a lot about LSE is that they really do know how to have socials. So we basically just danced the night away, and it was really fun. And then on Friday, I went to the gym to do a little workout before heading to the library. So this was the official last day of the term. So my friends and I headed out for a little picnic after school, and I was really trying to take it all in. This is probably the last time I'm going to be sitting in an LSE classroom, which is really sad. But we all celebrated with a little picnic out at Lincoln Inn's field, and it was just so nice and sunny out. And then I also headed out for dinner with my friend at Italy, which is basically sort of like an Italian restaurant, and we also treated ourselves to a little tiramisu before heading out for an LSE charity fundraiser at a pub. Moving on to Saturday, can I just say I just love the blue skies these days. Spring is so good. So we went to a batting cage somewhere near Stratford, I believe, and so it was actually for my boyfriend's birthday. So we just went out to play some basketball, and then we had a really yummy lunch at Honest Burger as well. So we definitely had a really good time before I had to come home to do some work. So I just spent the rest of the day working and doing coursework before cooking a really yummy dinner for myself. And last but not least, on Sunday, it was just a pure study day for me. I went out to one of my favorite cafes called Cafe 1001 to get some work done. I think because it's nearing the end of the semester, I have a lot of work to do in terms of my essays and dissertation work. But of course, because the weather is so lovely, I also brought myself out on a little mental health walk, and I just sat down on the grass and took the nature in, which was really, really nice. But basically, that's a week in my life. So this was a week in my life as an international LSE student, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much.